On tonight's edition of Newswatch 18, find out what tuition news has some on campus demanding action.
First Amendment Day activities kick off in a politic way tomorrow night. Stay tuned to find out more.
The Cyclone Gymnastics team competed in the NCAA tournament this weekend. Stay tuned to see how they did.
And I'll have your forecast for tonight and the rest of the week. Stay tuned for more tonight on Newswatch 18.
Studio B, this is Newswatch 18.
Milwaukee.
Newswatch 18 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the April 9th edition of Newswatch 18. I'm Kate Hurley.
And I'm Chrissy Amaya.
A controversy has sparked over a policy college students and the public alike are not very familiar with. The tuition set-aside program at ISU, UNI, and Iowa reserves a portion of students' tuition and uses it towards providing financial aid for other students. 22% of Iowa State students' tuition is set aside for this, a figure many critics feel is too high. This policy has been in effect since 1989. However, it has come as a shock in recent weeks that such a large part of the burden of providing financial aid has fallen on other students.
Iowa State's 10th annual First Amendment Day celebration will kick off tomorrow night when the Caucus Cup debates between the Iowa State Republicans and the Iowa State Democrats. Up for debate this year is whether or not individuals who make more than $200,000 a year should pay more taxes. The debate begins at 7 in the South Ballroom of the Memorial Union. If politics aren't your thing, head over to the Space in Ames at 6:30 for the annual First Amendment Day Poetry Slam. Both events are free.
Tomorrow is nationally recognized One Day Without Shoes, sponsored by the Tom Shoe Company. At Iowa State and around the world, people will go one day without shoes to raise awareness for people who do the same every day. At 2:30, students will get the chance to ditch their shoes, to walk over gravel, rocks, and other rough surfaces to fully appreciate the movement. A mile-long barefoot walk will also take place tomorrow at 3, beginning outside of the library.
ISU alum Barbara Rydesall Iverson was picked by Iowa State for the James W. Schwartz Award for Distinguished Service to Journalism and Communication. The Schwartz Award is a distinguished honor from the Greenlee School given to alum for their outstanding achievements. Iverson graduated the Greenlee School program in 1976. Iverson is currently the president of Weber Shandwick's Financial Services Industry Practices. She is recognized for leading Weber Shandwick and becoming a company used by government accounts for the past 10 years. The award will be presented next fall on October 26th in Hamilton Hall.
ISU's College of Design and the Extension Outreach Program are partnering up for the 2012 Smithsonian Folklife Festival. The festival is celebrating the founding of universities and the USDA. ISU will present Transforming Communities, Design in Action to show how the Design School and ISU Extension have made an impact and will continue to do so. ISU sees this festival as an opportunity to show the millions attending ISU's strengths. The festival takes place in late June and early July. So, Stacy, what's new with Cyclone Sports?
Well, gymnastics had their last event, and the softball team had a big win. Stay tuned for all of the details. Welcome back to Newswatch 18. I'm Stacy Stecker with your Cyclone Sports update. The number 24th ranked Iowa State gymnastics team finished its season Saturday with a 6th place finish at the NCAA Salt Lake City Regional. Iowa State scored a 193.35 total. Utah finished first with a 196.825. Iowa State is 0-2 in Big 12 play. The Cyclones had their best performance on floor with a score of 49.025. Senior Celine Paulus led the Cyclones with a 9.85. 4 gymnasts tallied a 9.8 or higher. Michelle Shelley tied for second on beam with a 9.825 and led the team on bars with a 9.75. Paulus tied for fifth with a 9.85 on floor. This was the last event of the season, and the Cyclones are saying goodbye to 3 seniors, Shay Anderson, Michelle Browning, and Celine Paulus. They were all great gymnasts and will be missed. The Iowa State Cyclones softball team upset the number 14th ranked Texas A&M Aggies Saturday in Ames. The Cyclones won 2-1. This is Iowa State's first win over a top 15 team since 2009. Iowa State's pitcher Junior Toscano led the Cyclones to the win, allowing only 3 hits and 4 strikeouts. This is Toscano's 4th game of the season. The Cyclones and Aggies were tied 1-1 in the bottom of the 5th. Sarah Rice had a line drive double to score Erica Miller, who had singled and advanced to second on a previous wild pitch. That secured the Cyclones' win. Iowa State will face Drake Tuesday at 4 p.m. The Iowa State Spring Cyclone football game is set for this Saturday, April 14th at 2 p.m. This spring game will give the public an opportunity to preview the 2012 Iowa State football team. At the event, football schedule posters and cards will be available for fans to pick up. Fans should enter Jack Trice Stadium through Gate 1 on the north. Admission is free, so go get a glimpse of next year's Cyclone team. In national news, American Bubba Watson won the 76th Masters Tournament at Augusta National Golf Club. Watson is a 33-year-old from Florida. It came down to the final round of the 2012 Masters. Bubba Watson was up against South Africa's Louis Oosthuizen. It was tied and went into sudden death. On the second extra hole, Watson made par, and Oosthuizen was unable to match it. Watson shot a final round of 68. He ended with a 10-under par total of 278. Oosthuizen got second with a 69. Watson has never had a golf lesson in his life, but made quite an impression winning his first green jacket. And that's it for sports. Corey, should we be expecting more great weather?
Well, we woke up to much cooler temperatures this morning, but coming up after the break, I'll tell you about the possibility of some frost right here in central Iowa. Stay tuned. You're watching Newswatch 18. Welcome back to Newswatch 18, everyone. I'm Corey Hargeth with a look at your forecast. Much cooler temperatures this morning, but tomorrow morning, taking a look at headlines, patchy frost is very possible as we are in a freeze warning starting at 3 o'clock tomorrow morning, running through 9 a.m., so you might want to close those windows if you've had them open during this warm spell over the past few weeks. The other big thing we're talking about is the chance of some severe storms later this week, especially Friday and Saturday is our best chance here in central Iowa. But the southern part is looking to have the most activity as we move into the weekend. And then we do have a chance for some rain as we move into the weekend. Currently in Ames, 57 degrees under mostly clear skies, and those winds are kicking up out of the northwest, 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts as high as 25. Currently across the state, 53 in Storm Lake, 63 in Clarinda, 61 in Pella, 52 in Waterloo, and the Quad Cities checking in at 61. So for tonight, dropping down to 26 degrees here in Ames with that patchy frost possible with that freeze warning like I mentioned just a little bit ago, and those winds out of the northwest at 14 to 17 miles per hour. Taking a look at your day planner, breaking down tomorrow a little bit around midnight. Partly cloudy skies, your temperature right around 40, and those winds switching to the north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Heading off to class around 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, 35 degrees. Winds out of the northwest at 5 to 10, and those clouds do continue to hang around through the early morning hours. 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, we look for your temperature right around 52 and winds out of the northwest at 17 to 22 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, breezy, your high right around 56. Northwest winds 14 to 17 with gusts as high as 25. Taking a look at your extended forecast, the warmer temperatures do kind of hang around here for the next couple of days. 56 tomorrow, 57 Wednesday, 56 Thursday with a few chances, maybe a shower and thunderstorm, and then Friday and Saturday, that's where we have our chance at a few severe storms. We'll keep you posted on that, but for now, let's send it back to the desk.
Thanks, Corey. T-Galaxy, a popular store to purchase ISU apparel, is preparing to close their doors for good. The store will remain open for the next 2 weeks, closing on April 21st. T-Galaxy has been a part of Campus Town for 30 years, but because of increasing competition, the store cannot survive on the profit it is generating. In preparation of closing day, all merchandise has been marked 50% off.
Royce White will be celebrating his 21st birthday this Friday by hosting a party at Hickory Hall. Anyone 18 and older is invited, and the cover is $5 with the proceeds going to the Orchard Place. White is promoting the party, which he has dubbed Project 30 on Twitter. It will last from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., and there is no alcohol allowed. White will also have signed t-shirts and pictures available. The theme is Cyclone Power, and dress code is Dress to Impress. For more information, White has started a hashtag on Twitter for the event, #ProjectXXX.
And that's all we have for this edition of Newswatch 18. Tune in tomorrow night at 8 for more news, weather, and sports.
We end tonight's show with scenes from the annual Easter celebration and egg roll held at White House. Have a great night.
the terrible claws. Where are your terrible claws? You guys were excellent wild things. I'm very proud of you. One more roar.